Do you get any hate? Yo, what's going on, guys? Anthony here with Slums Apparel, bringing you guys a brand new video. As you guys can see by the title of this video, we're gonna be doing a Q&A, letting you guys know what we are all about, what we represent. Any questions that you guys wanted to, any questions that you had, send us. We're gonna be answering here. Wrote it down on my phone. You guys send us a lot of questions. A lot of them were kind of the same, so I chose the top 10. Before I get into the video, I just want to let you guys know that we're trying to get to 500 subscribers. So make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe right now, like this video. And if you guys want to see more videos of me and Joanna doing sit down talking to you guys like this, then we could do like a little drinking game. Just let us know. Comment down below if you guys want to see that. But getting straight to the video. If you guys hear anything crazy, it's my brother. He's in the back. He's in another room over there. He's has a game room, so he's playing Call of Duty. So if he gets angry, you're gonna hear him scream. Just letting you guys know that's all good. It's gonna come out. So we're gonna do Q&A, answering all the questions you guys wanted to know, and I chose the top 10 most asked questions. So the number one question is gonna be why the name Slums and what does the meaning behind and what is the meaning behind your brand. So the word slums, to be kind of more direct into the term, is basically like a district or a community that's filled with a lot of poor people, like poverty. And where I come from, I was born and raised in South Central Los Angeles, so that to me is the slums I call home. That's the slums where I can say that motivated me to keep pushing, to keep hustling, keep doing what I do. So at the end of the day, there's so many slums all across the country. You know, there's slums in New York. You got the five. I don't know if there's five, but there's so many boroughs in New York that are considered like the ghetto slums. There's slums in Chicago. There's slums in Oakland, up north. There's slums everywhere across the country where people can say that it's filled with a lot of minorities and stuff like that. So what I'm trying to do in my brand, I'm trying to embrace that, where a lot of celebrities, athletes, musicians come from these communities and we're able to make it out through hard work and dedication. So what I'm trying to do is kind of embrace that, you know, that type of hope, that type of love, and kind of motivate everybody else that anything is possible. If you have a niche or a passion for anything that you guys love to do, just stick to it. You guys can do anything you guys want to do. Just comes with a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication. You got to put your time and your effort into it, and anything is possible. There's so many opportunities out there. You just got to go out there and actually do the work. Educate yourself on whatever your passion is about. you know but that's what slums is all about. And the meaning behind why we chose that name is because we wanted to build a community of you know neighborhoods that are similar, like South Central, that can relate to our brand and what we represent. It's a lifestyle, it's a culture. Like we always say, we're more than merch, because at the end of the day, it's more than just a hoodie, it's more than just a hat. um Let me see, give me 1 second because somebody's calling me. I'm gonna decline that really quick. Okay. All right, guys. Apologize for that. Somebody was calling me. I don't know who that was, but like I said, we're more than just merch. We're more than just a T-shirt. We want to give back and spread love to our community, give hope to our people, because there's so many hidden talent in these communities. So many people that just need that support system, and we want them to use our platform and kind of like showcase whatever they got going on. You know, kind of like motivating them and pushing them to follow their dreams and make dreams into reality. That's kind of what the message and the meaning behind slums is. Just building this community where we all come up and grow together. And it's really powerful. It's kind of hard to kind of explain it right now because we're not really established yet, but we're gonna get to that point eventually. That's kind of the goal, where we rather show you guys than to kind of explain it to you guys. You know how they say actions speak louder than words, and kind of like more of showing you guys once we get to that point. and we all come up together as a community. But that's kind of a little gist of what slums is all about. We want to grow together as a community, just give back to the community as much as we can. Like you guys seen in some of our videos, a lot of our clothes that we have extra, we give out to kids at skate parks, people that don't really got clothes like that. We try to give merch and clothing to people like that don't have money, because at the end of the day, people that come from slums barely make ends meet. They barely have money to pay their rent, their bills, and stuff like that. So that's another reason why our clothes is so affordable. We try to make it reasonable. We're not gonna sell a hoodie for $80, $100. We wouldn't do you guys like that. But we try to make it reasonable, where all of our profits go back into the business. Like, we take $0 from it. We try to make the best product that we can, and we try to do everything in high quality. We try to do as much as we can, and we reinvest our money into the brand, so like that we give you guys more better quality, more better content, whatever it is. Because at the end of the day, we're trying to expand to more than just clothing. We're trying to do music. We're trying to get into the cannabis field, but I'll get into that more detail in another question. We're trying to grow, because at the end of the day, this platform, this slums thing we had going on, this brand, it could go to more than just clothing. That's why we use our kind of slogan, more than merch, because it's more than just merch. It's community, it's culture, it's a lifestyle. And anybody that wants to hop on our wave, they'll feel that vibe. And people that has worked with us, they know what I'm talking about. But that's kind of what slums is, and what we kind of represent. So the second question, when did you guys start? So we started back in 2017, March 21st is the first day we released our hats. We started out with hats. That's when we knew nothing about the industry of fashion. We just came in there. I wanted to start my own brand since high school. So finally graduated high school, got me a job, invested some money into this business, started hats. People fuck with the movement, fuck with the message of the brand, because at the beginning, a lot of people were asking, what is slums, what is this, what's that, what's your vision? And I would explain to them, and they'd be like, oh, I fuck with that, I fuck with what you guys are trying to do, I fuck with the movement, I'm all in. You guys should do sweaters, you guys should do shirts, you guys should, you know and that kind of motivated me to kind of expand to this brand and just do more than just hats. But that's kind of how we started. So we started back a couple of years ago, and that's actually next month. So for those that just want to make sure this is recording, because this is my first time doing this. Give me 1 second. Okay, it is recording. But yeah, so that's next month already, and we're gonna do something big. And anybody that has bought in anything from us from the previous years, previous collections, on that day is on a Sunday, March 21st, 2021. Mark your calendar. Just wear anything that's slums affiliated, and just share it on your story. Tag us, and be like, happy 4 years or whatever it is. But we're gonna do something special on that day, so make sure you guys mark your calendars, because we're gonna do something big. But that's when we started about 4 years ago. Number three, why did you want to start your own brand? So back in high school, I was so big into the fashion industry. I loved wearing and supporting a lot of streetwear companies, and I always envisioned myself to having my own, where I can wear my own stuff, where other people can support my own brand, where it has a strong, meaningful message. I just didn't want to choose a random name and you guys to go ahead and support that. I wanted it to be meaningful, and where it has the potential to not only do clothing, but it could become a company on its own. Where Slums could be affiliated with so many things that has the potential to be um more than just clothing, like what I mentioned in the other question. I think it was the second question, but that's why I started my own brand. I wanted it to be independent and do my own thing, wear my own clothes, have people support me, and kind of not only support me, but also to motivate other people and inspire other people that they can do whatever they want to do. The opportunity is there. You just got to go ahead and do it. But that's why I wanted to do it. And having these dreams in high school. Obviously, when I was in high school, I didn't have money to start my own brand. It was just like an idea that I always wanted to do. I went and got myself a job. Um, put away some money to invest in my brand. Started off with hats. Use the profit from the hats, and honestly, from the profits we use from our hats, it's where we're at today. We we have taken $0 from this company. We just grew our business. We invested our money into our business, so like that we keep growing and growing, and it's only gonna get bigger because we have so many supporters right now. We're growing every day. We are getting so many followers every day. Every collection we drop, like the last collection, we gained over 400 followers in about month and a half, which is crazy to me. I never thought I accumulate that many followers, but I know that for some people that's a little bit, but that's a lot for me, and it's only gonna get bigger from here and out. So let's go to the next question. Question number 4: Where do you see your brand going in the next 3 to 5 years? So that's a kind of a question that I've seen a lot on the story poll, but to answer that question, that's honestly a good question, because we always have like our little to-do list. We have ideas. We have a whole poster board of our goals that we want to accomplish, and that's up there. Where do we see ourselves in the next 3 to 5 years? And to answer that question is like that e-commerce wave. We jumped on it at the right time. Before the pandemic started, because nowadays a lot of people are using their phones. They're using computers. All they do is shop online. People rather shop online than to actually go to the mall and shop. I mean, obviously, right now a lot of people can't shop at the mall because of the pandemic, but a lot of people are on the internet. So that's kind of what I hopped on the wave right away. I pay a small fee just to have an online store. Like, that's legit my store right there. I can showcase all my products. I can sell whatever I want on there, and I don't have to pay like rent on that property or whatever store. You know how it is when you buy clothing at a store. You get what I'm trying to say? But that's something I did. I want to get to the point where I have a whole team running the website, whole team marketing our brand, whole team that's taking over all our social media and just promoting the best content out there. That's where I want to get to in the next 3 to 5 years. Obviously, if we get the opportunity to have our clothes on some of the stores like Tilly's, Zoomies, Paxson, or whatever it is, people get shop at the mall. That'd be cool too if the numbers and everything's right. But honestly, I would rather have my own store. Kind of like cookies. I don't like to really compare myself with other brands, but I learn from these brands, because when I first started, I had no idea what I was doing, but I learned a lot, took advice, educated myself on other streetwear brands, and going back to the cookies brand where it's that guy Burner. He's an artist. He got into the medical marijuana field and started his own brand, his own line, cookies, started his own clothing line and everything. And he has his own store. He has a store in Maywood. He has a store in Melrose. They sell other products as well aside from clothing. But, that's his store. That's what he runs. He has a whole team running that. And obviously, he has his clothing as Zoomies and stuff like that. And that's kind of where I want to get to a point where I'm kind of more independent. I'd rather have a team and build with that team. It's kind of hard to explain, but I'm not really. It's not really like how it is back in the days where people will die to have their clothing at skate shops, at stores and stuff like that. But for me now, it's kind of changed. I'd rather build my own store online and have my own storefront and have a whole team running it where we all come up together. That's kind of like the vision where I see myself in the next 3 to 5 years. So the question number 5: Who's part of your team? So as far as the Slums company is run by 3 people, which is myself. I'm kind of like the main one managing everything, and then it's Joanna. She has her own role. Everybody has their own role, and then the third one is my brother. He has his own role too. We all kind of work together equally, and we've done a pretty good job so far. And then aside from that, we have our own film team, which is Andy. He's our photographer. He's been shooting our photos since the very beginning, and we're gonna be killing it from here on out. We have Ulises who hopped on board, I think, the year after, and we got him. We filmed a little team just between us 3, and we just started promoting ourselves, filming content, creating content, and that's another field where I want to get to, and I want to build a bigger team. I want to get more editors. I want to get more photographers, more videographers, and just create more content because that's something that I love to do too. I like to create content, and that's kind of entertainment for you guys. So you guys get to see the visuals as kind of like what we're trying to represent too, so you guys can feel the vibe and our energy and match our energy that we're trying to put out there. But that's who's part of our team. Obviously, I mean, eventually, we want to get a bigger team, and we're always looking for people that you know that will benefit our brand. So if anybody is interested in joining our Slums company brand, just feel free. Send me a DM, shoot me an email. We reply to both, and we can go on from there. You believe that you have what it takes to kind of take us to the next level, or just even be part of a team, have your own role, whatever it is, and you guys feel like you guys can help. Just send me an email, shoot me a DM, and we'll talk business. But yeah, question number 6: how can someone become a promoter or model for your clothing brand? So that's a good question. Anybody that is interested in modeling for our clothing brand, or anybody who's interested in being promoter, we'll hook you guys up with a discount code, so you guys can share out to your friends, family. You guys can use it for yourself as well. Yeah, so just hit us up. We're willing to work with anybody. Anybody that's willing to help us. It comes. Really does help us out a lot. So anybody who's interested, just shoot us a DM. 9 times out of 10 we're gonna say yes. So just go ahead and shoot. Don't be shy, don't be scared to ask. We're down to help each other out. At the end of the day, we're helping each other out. So that's what Slums is all about. It's a community, we're working together, so we all come up together. So if you guys are interested in modeling, you guys will get free clothes. Just send us a DM. We have our own film crew. Our video shoots are always fun. You can ask any of our models. If you guys want to go ahead and ask them about the experience, go ahead and ask them. They'll give you guys positive reviews. We make sure we take care of them. Our promoters the same way. Just feel free, to shoot us a DM or an email, and we'll get back to you. 9 times out of 10, like I said, we'll be down. Okay, number 7. Will you do any collaborations this year? So the question to that is, we're actually in the works with some collaborations with some influencers. So we got in contact with some YouTubers and stuff like that. We send out clothes to them, and they came back at us like saying that the material is so good that they wanna there's influencers from YouTube that we send out to them, and they're starting their own like merch, because a lot of YouTubers now they have their own merch. So they're like, a lot of times they even ask me for advice, where to go to, is there any way that I can do this and do that? Who are your resources? Is it easy and stuff like that? So I like to help them out as well. I could help anybody out. Just like I said, feel free, just send us a message. But going back to the question, we do have some projects working with other people as far as collaborations. But as far as like other streetwear brands, other smaller streetwear companies that want to come up, um, I think right now we kind of focus on our own thing. But it doesn't hurt to actually work with another company. It just, to me, it has to depend on what the other company represents, and kind of like, are they really dedicated to what they want to do in this fashion industry? Because I'm taking it serious. So if you're not taking it serious and you're just doing this just for fun, then obviously, then we probably won't collab. But I'm always down to collaborate with even bigger companies. Hopefully that comes to a point where a lot of other bigger companies want to reach out to us and collaborate. I'll be down, I'm open for that. Smaller companies, I'm obviously down to collaborate with you guys as well, as long as you guys have the same mindset as we do, because we trying to take it seriously. So if you guys don't take it seriously, then most likely we're gonna pass on that opportunity. But that's the answer to that question. Question number 8: what is your favorite part of this type of business? So my favorite part of this business is kind of like what goes behind the scenes, the stuff that you guys don't see, like us coming together, having our meetings, going down the list of ideas of what we can bring out, the different type of clothing, the different type of material, the different type of designs, all that stuff, the photo shoots, the video shoots, all that work. It's not really work to me because I love doing this. So that's something that I really enjoy from this whole brand. The stuff that you guys don't really see, I try to film as much as I can. But that's pretty much my favorite part of this business. If you have a passion for something, it's not really work. If you see it as work, then that probably is not your passion. It's not your niche. You probably have to find something else. But if you really love doing something, At the end of the day, it's not work because I really enjoy doing this. Like, if I wish I can do this all day, every day, but at the end of the day, I know it's gonna take time to get to that point. But we're gonna do as much as we can to get there. So that's my favorite part. That's the answer to that question. Question number 9: is it easy to start your own brand? To answer that question, obviously it's not easy. It's not easy to start any business. Whatever business you're trying to start, it's not easy at the beginning. You have to learn, get educated. You gotta kind of study it from other people who have already done it, and kind of like input those ideas into yours, but kind of different, into your own kind of, you know, how do you explain it? Like, how do I say it? Like, you could take an idea from somebody who's already established and kind of like copy their idea, but kind of change a lot of it into your own personal preference, like your own personal, um, how do you say? I have a word for it, but I can't really say it right now. But you guys know what I'm trying to say. That's kind of how you start off. You just gotta learn. You gotta be very patient because at the beginning, a lot of it's hard. I came into this industry because I love fashion. I love fashion so much. When I was in high school, I had a big thing with fashion. I always wanted to do this and be in this spot that I am right now. And obviously, I do love what I do. So when I first started, I didn't know that I had to go and network with so many people. You got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to really talk to people, network with people, get resources, learn from other people that are already kind of established. And if they give you advice, you gotta learn. You gotta take that in because if you're getting advice from somebody that has no idea what the fashion industry is about, then you're kind of wasting your time. But if somebody who is already established and giving you advice, you gotta just take it in, learn from them. Um, that's pretty much it. You just gotta stay dedicated and really stick with it. Cause at the beginning it's very hard. Cause when I first started, I had no idea what I was doing. I had to kind of figure everything out myself. I already had that much money to really invest in this company. But started out with hats. Started learning where I can go to different places to get different things. Network with that. And obviously when I'm trying to talk to people about, like, saying for example that the place where I get my hoodies, I know the owner now. Like, we're very cool. We text each other all the time. But hey man, is this coming in stock soon? When can I pick this up? We talk a lot. So that's like the good thing about this business. You get to network and meet a lot of people, and now you just build your resources as you grow every year. Where it makes it easier. Where to get printing labels, and bro, it comes down to a lot of things. You just gotta write a whole list of everything that is required in this business, and you just gotta go out there and do it and figure it out. And that's pretty much it. It just takes a lot of time at the beginning. It is kind of hard. It takes a lot of patience, hard work, dedication, and you just gotta grind it out. That's pretty much it. You gotta thug it out and do it. The answer to any business, not just clothing. It's hard when someone starts their first business at the beginning. But after a while, it starts becoming fun. You start meeting new people, and you start to enjoy it more than you first did at the beginning. You just can never give up. Always tell yourself that don't give up. You That's a weak mentality right there. You gotta just keep going, no matter what anybody tells you. Just gotta keep pushing. So this is the 10th question. The last question that I have for you guys is, do you get any hate? Obviously, there's always hate out there. To answer to that question is, you just can't focus on that. You gotta focus on your own self, focus on your own brand, your own company, your own business, and focus on your team. Because at the end of the day, your team is looking up to you, and if they see that you paying attention to the hate, and they start focusing on it, and they start kind of doubting you as the leader. Just picture yourself, you're on a race, you're running, and you're in the lead, right? You're focusing on the race, you're running, and you see a guy catching up behind you. You focus on him, he's gonna slow you down. So you just gotta keep focusing and focus on the end goal, focus on the target, which is winning the race. And for my case, my goals can be completely different. As long as I'm locked in and focused, I'm not really worried about what anybody else gotta say. I know that I'm a cool person. I know I'm humble. I'm willing. I always give back. I give back to a lot of people from the slums. I don't even film a lot of stuff that I do, and I love. my brand and what we represent and what we're trying to do. So as long as I know that I'm doing something positive, I'm doing something good for myself and for my family, then I don't really pay attention to the hate. Obviously, there's always hate. There's always gonna be hate, especially when you're at this type of level. I guess you know people see you and they want to be in your shoes. That's kind of what hate really is. You know, a lot of it comes down to jealousy, and people want to be in your shoes. But my thing to them is, you know, instead of hating, go out and do something that you passionate about. You know, if you want to be a doctor, go ahead and be a doctor. Go to school, get your degree, do whatever it takes. You know, you gotta bust your ass off and thug it out. Like I said, stop worrying about other people and trying to be in their shoes. Be walk in your own shoes. You know, be your own leader. Follow your own path. That's basically my advice to the haters that are pretty much. I'm pretty sure they're watching this video, but like I said, anybody starting their own business, anybody's doing what they love to do, there's always gonna be hate. You just gotta not even pay attention, because if you focus on the hate and focus on what people gotta tell you, then you're just a weak-minded person, and this business is not for you, and it's gonna be hard to really take whatever you're passionate about to the next level. So you just kind of gotta just brush it off and just focus on what you got ahead of you. You gotta focus on what's in front of you and the people around you, because if you focus on the hate, then they'll kind of like start to fall into that, and you can't really let them see your weak side. You gotta be strong-minded and be a leader, and kind of just move forward and focus on your target, focus on your goals, and don't worry about nobody else. And obviously, and honestly, you just gotta just focus on the positivity, the good comments, the feedback, the people tell you the good, positive stuff is something that I really intake a lot. I really don't even pay attention to the hate unless it's like if it's negative feedback. Obviously, I do listen to that because it helps me grow and learn from my mistakes. Like, for example, they're telling me, oh, know, this didn't come out too well. It's not really hate, it's just more like a feedback trying to help me out. And I listen to all that feedback, whether it's negative, whether it's positive. So like that I can better myself, better the company. But yeah, that's pretty much the answer to that question. You just gotta stick through it, thug it out. Like I said, focus on the end of the race, focus on the end of that light of that tunnel. Because if you look back, worried about what other people are gotta say, the negative stuff like that, it's just gonna slow you down. You just gotta stay positive, you know, support and give back and appreciate all the love and the support that you're receiving, and just embrace that. Just ignore the hate. But obviously, the answer to that question is yeah. Obviously, we do get hate. We don't know why, but it happens. Everybody has hate. We just gotta know how to deal with it. But like I mentioned, just gotta ignore it, and that's what we do as a team. We just ignore that shit. We just focus on our own shit. But that's the answer to that question. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. If you guys stayed and watched the whole video, make sure you guys drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe to our channel, because we're trying to get to 500 subs. Hopefully, we can get that by the summertime. We want to get it by the summer, because in the summertime, we're gonna have a lot of things planned. Hopefully, more of you guys are watching, more of you guys are entertained, and you guys want to see another video like this, where me and Joanna are talking to the camera and doing little games. We can do a little story time, whatever it is. Just drop down below, and we'll go ahead and do it. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to follow us on Instagram. The next collection is coming out very soon. The release date to that will be dropping in a couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. And actually, in a couple of videos, so stay tuned and follow us on Instagram. Slums_apparel, and I'm out. Peace.